Welcome to our channel. I'm Saf.
And I'm Tang. Welcome to Game and Dad's Yeah! Hello and welcome back to Game and Dad's Yeah! Today we're going to be covering Superman and Lois, episode 3, baby. Today's episode starts off with an amazing family scene. You've got Clark and the boys on one side of the room, and Lois on the front. They've all picked out their little paint colors and they're all arguing. And then there's a clever little line where son number one, I'm going to go with the blondie, says, "Oh, come on, Mom. We're just waiting on you to pick a color." So she gets a little butt hurt, not mad, but a little butt hurt. To be silly, sneaks in and starts like a little paint war. And they're all playing, and it's just super fun and super cute and like heartwarming family time. And then you see he hears like a crazy noise, and then he takes off. It kind of shows how this is why he can't ever have a normal family. Even in those nice, perfect moments, shit goes down, and he's got to go. He's Superman. Got to go. Got to save the day. And then he has an epic scene where he saves the bridge. There's like an old Chinese dude in the boat about to get crushed, and the dude's like Superman cheering him on. Pretty much just a standard special effect, pretty cool, like some twisting from wires and stuff. It was all right, nothing crazy. And this kind of leads into him explaining like the whole episode's about his super hearing. And after they explain to him, it shows them going to school, and Clark's like at home looking at how a tractor's messed up. He gets kind of bored, so he starts listening on his sons, and he hears his sons like getting hyper, and he can tell there's some kind of fight or struggle going on. Um, and he just the emo kid number two is what I call the I beam kid. He's obviously about to lose his power or use some kind of power, and Clark just shows up in the middle of a high school highway. Like, I'm a dad, I have a kid in high school. If I just appeared in my son's hallway, there'd be some issues. So I mean, I guess they try to say, "Oh, it's Smallville. It's a small town," and it's still be. Anyways, they go home, and this kind of leads to emo son number two losing his shit and bitching and moaning, and they accuse him of spying, and it's like such a huge deal. Blah 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 blah. I'm tired of the whining and the fussing from emo kid number two. Like, we need some better writing on him. And then we cut to Lois at the newspaper. She's getting fussed at by her quote new boss, who is like a fan of hers, dying for her to work for her. And she's like, "I ain't doing no puff piece," and she's thinking about giving up her thing because no one wants to talk to her about it. And boom, woman comes in. She's like, "Who wants dirt on Morgan Edge?" And of course, she dun 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 tells her about her son and how he disappeared, and they got a recording and stuff now. Um, So she's all excited for that. She got the dirt. She's writing her little notes. Then we move on to Lana and her daughter. They're in cheerleading practice, which I got to be honest, I didn't think her daughter was going to be in cheerleading, but obviously it's Lana's daughter. So, and then you can tell her daughter's kind of like distracted, barely trying, not paying attention. Lana loses it on her daughter. Her daughter gets mad, storms out, you know. And then we see it's football practice time, and look who showed up. Emo number two son. He just starts laying dudes out. Just boom, boom, tackles, tackle. He tackling everybody, knocking people 2, 3, 4 feet back, up in the air and backwards. Like insane, especially for his size. It's like they said in the show. It's the little things that people will notice. Well, this is gonna be a big thing people notice. I'm not the biggest football player. I'm a big fantasy football player, but I played a little football in high school. And a kid doesn't just knock another kid back 3 or 4 feet and then not do nothing. They just kind of stand there after they knock them back. Like usually it's kind of boom, they both fall down, or boom when they fall over. Like, anyways, with my great hand motions there. Excuse me. This, of course, backfires on brother number one, the blondie, who's been like super perfect. The coach is like, "You've been hiding this guy from me. You didn't tell me. Give me 5 laps." So of course he's just getting shit on again. Um, Next up in the episode, we kind of come like after school or something, and the two brothers and the chick are in the diner. You can clearly tell this is gonna be some kind of weird love triangle. But honestly, like the emo son number two and Lana's daughter, they're perfect for each other. They can just whine and cry to each other all day long. They're all spilling their secrets and kind of hinting at what's all bothering them. Lana's mother then storms in, goes off on her. They get into a big public fuss up and like all kind of drama. And then she makes her leave. And then of course Clark shows up, has dinner with his boys because guess what? Lois is working tonight. And we cue Lois's car being blown up. I mean, if you're trying to obviously blow someone's car up, and what happens later in the episode, spoiler alert, he tries to kill her. Like, why wouldn't you blow him up in there? I mean, it's Superman. You could easily have a scene where like she's in the car and like as it's blowing up, Superman barely saves it. That would have been awesome. Probably didn't have the CI budget. They obviously needed a new writer. So then we kind of see like firefighter, Lana's Rick's husband or whatever. I don't know what his name is. Just Lana's husband. He he's like, yeah, you got no proof, and no one did this. Be more careful. Blah blah blah. I mean, it is what it is. And then after this, it's the next day. Clark's bringing in the paperwork for the loans on the farm and stuff, which is really weird. Like, where does this couple get the money from? He's got to have a contract with the U.S. government or something, or he's like flying into a bank faster than the cameras can see him, stuffing his pockets full of money. I don't know, but they got no jobs. They just paid back some huge loan. Like, it's nuts. Anyways, we get a really nice scene with Clark and Lana, finally some alone time, walking down the road. You can just tell the chemistry. Like even the two actors themselves, they have better chemistry than Lois and Clark do. I definitely see like some potential. Obviously, it's Superman, so he's not gonna stray or nothing. But I can see jealousy heating up and maybe like some flashbacks or alternate realities, like what could have been, what might have been. That would be pretty cool. Um, And of course, they're bitching about their teenagers, which I'm a father. I have a teenager, and they suck. So love you, Liam. Not that you watch this, but yeah, teenagers suck. And of course, she drops the bomb that Jonathan, not James or whatever emo kid number two's name is some big football star now. Of course. So this is when you see him show up at the field and then he kind of freaks out, and then they go home, and it's more bitch and moaning time from the emo kid, and then his brother, Blondie number one, kind of sticks up for him, says just let him play. So he caves, and he does this whole routine where like he begs to be a coach on the team, and he'll do it for free, and always struggling to load a water cooler and stuff. I mean, come on, man. A normal human being doesn't struggle to load a water cooler. Be fine. It's just ridiculous. But that's Superman. I guess he's trying to make sure no one thinks he's tough. Because, glasses. If I take my glasses off, I'm a different person. Let's see. Yeah, my eyes are just more squinty. Anyways, then we get to the final part of the episode the good meat, the action. Lois goes to meet some of these survivors of these people that are missing from these weird contracts and NDAs that were signed by Morgan Edge. And you see there's like a woman about dying, her neck's all tied up with a cord, and someone starts throwing Lois around the room. Of course, she calls in her man, Superman, Who, like, don't get me wrong, Flash is pretty fast, but that was fast. And then Superman actually starts getting his ass beat again. For someone who's so strong, he sure seems to always just get beat in a punching fight. But he freezes him, knocks him the hell out of there. The guy gets away. It shows us the woman was survived with the phone around her neck, which is good. Lois still got her witness. And then it shows the strong man driving down the road, coming to a slow stop, talking on the phone. And then he gets laser beamed to the face by a hot chick. So it's pretty good. There's definitely more character development than I would have liked. I mean, character development is good, but I wish they do more Superman and less Emo Kid, Superboy. Um, Hopefully the show will not stray too far in that direction. Um, but you can't have super duper robots and spaceships and nuclear power plants in every episode. That's pretty good trifecta, but I guess you can't. Anyways, I'm looking forward to next week. Let me hear your thoughts, your concerns, if you liked it, your theories. And thanks for watching. Gaming Dads out.